Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm keeping things very simple. So I am talking about the new makeup products that are being launched as we speak or coming very soon. Also, can we take a second to appreciate this makeup look? Like, it is flawless, and I have been using a foundation that I completely forgot I had. It is the Gucci, so this is the Eternite de Beauté, and it's the 24 hours wear breathable foundation luminous matte finish. I mean, how beautiful is this foundation? There's literally, it's full coverage. It's perfect if you have a dry skin because it's matte, but it's quite creamy. Honestly, this is, I forgot how much I love this foundation. So this, and I am wearing on my eyes the Supernatural eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the neutral palette. I cannot believe how easy it is to work with. Just a beautiful eyeshadow palette. So yeah, so this is the look, and I put a blue eyeliner in my waterline. But I absolutely loved this. Like, it's a little bit more, maybe a little bit more dark or closer to a smoky eye, but I really like it. Anyhow, back to the makeup launches. Let's start with Lancome. So I used to really like Lancome, and I feel like they've just disappeared. They've come out now with bronzers, blushes, and setting powder. I am quite interested in the setting powders. There are 5 different shades of setting powder from that Teint Idolâtre Ultra Wear collection. So it's a 24 hours wear compact setting powder. It's meant to be a skin ultra refined pressed setting powder that sets your makeup in place, controls oily skin throughout the day. It brightens, reduces the appearance of pores, and give an immediate soft focused filter finish effect. So it's blurring basically, and provide a second skin effect with a mattifying finish, soft matte, resist creasing and caking. So there's a lot saying, there's a lot of words here. I hear a lot of buzzword. Lancome used to be such a good brand. I don't understand why they've gone so quiet. Because there are 5 shades, I can tell there's one that is pink, 2 beige, one a little bit darker than the other, one that is completely translucent, and one super dark. So I can tell by this that they've tried to be as inclusive as possible. I will be trying them because they just look great. If they actually do everything what the description is saying, it's the perfect setting powder. So I will update you on this. I don't think it's available just yet in the UK. I haven't seen it anywhere. It says available in Europe, but we're not Europe anymore. But my husband's going to France in 2 weeks, so let's see if I can get my hands onto it. Now, I know I'm getting way ahead of myself, but the Chanel. So this is the Quad, the eyeshadow palette for fall. I mean, give it to me right now. It's those bronzy copper shade. It is just beautiful. I'm sure I've talked about this before in a previous video, just as a snippet, but like, Chanel is on a roll. There's just like all collection, every single product coming out is just wow. So on me today, see how it is a little bit shiny and that little iridescence. I am wearing from the latest collection, the Futurama Camellia collection. This is what I have on my décolleté today. See, it just gives a really nice little reflection. So this is the Iridescence Illuminating Fluid. This is beautiful. It's meant to be for face and your body. I already had my highlighter on my face, so I decided just to add a little bit. I just love how it gives a perfect subtle reflection with a little finely, just a sheer touch of pink. This is beautiful. Back to Chanel Fall, I'm definitely getting this eyeshadow palette. I feel like everyone's going to be purchasing it because it's just so beautiful. This product is already available, and I talked about it a little bit in my previous video. I'm still debating whether I'm gonna get it or not. It's the Westman Atelier Sun Drops. Sun Tone Hydrating Matte Bronzing Drops. It's a feather light liquid bronzer that leaves the skin with a wash of sun-kissed warmth and hydrated, shimmer-free, matte finish, buildable with nourishing ingredients and amino-infused active blend. So I do like the idea to have a makeup product that has skincare active product, because it work on your skin while you're wearing your makeup. For me, this is a dream coming true, like her concealer. It actually really works. It's a beautiful concealer. It's self-setting, self-blurring. So just because of these, I'm quite keen to try it. And it just says you apply all over for a sunny or warmth or high point of your face to create dimension. It says it's $58. I need to see a little bit more of people how they've applied it. There are 4 shades. The 4 shades, they seem to be quite pigmented from what I can see online. Just because it's completely matte, I don't know if it's going to look a little bit blotchy or patchy. The applications seem to be a bit tricky from what I've seen, but I'm so curious that I think I'm just gonna go in store and try and see if I can find it somewhere in the UK before I actually buy it. And I would really want to give you an honest review on this product because it does really look tricky. We also have Tom Ford that should be launching pretty soon. It's Soleil, the summer Soleil collection. There is one eyeshadow quad that just looks spectacular. You've got 2 mattes and 2 shimmer shade. It looks a bit warm, still in those tone of peach, bronze, copper. I think peach declination of eyeshadow they're having a very big and strong moment this year, and I'm really happy. I absolutely love the look. And there's a bunch of new lipsticks that I can see. I think there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new shades, I believe, of lipstick. I'm really looking forward to it because last year's collection was absolutely stunning. We had the Emerald Dusk. I don't think I've used it enough, but every time I've used it, I just love Tom Ford. So I've gone off, but now everything that is coming out is just wow. I feel like whenever you buy Tom Ford, you know it's just going to be such good quality. There's no even a second of a doubt where you think, oh, maybe it's not going to be good, maybe it's going to be patchy, or it just really works. I haven't tried though their foundation, so it's something on my list. I think because I said earlier in the year that I wanted to try new makeup products, new brands. So I'm definitely going to try at some point the matte foundation from Tom Ford. I just need to kind of finish a few ones that I have here before. Natasha Denona has been very good with us again. There is a new eyeshadow palette. It is the Bloom palette. It just looks so beautiful and fresh and delicate and feminine. And I want the palette. I know I do not need another eyeshadow palette of pink tone. It's not just pink, it's a proper Bloom palette. It's very floral, it's very spring. I don't need another eyeshadow palette, but I really want this one. So it is the brand new Bloom eyeshadow palette that reveals ultimate springtime essential, debuting 15 all new floral inspired eyeshadow. It is inspired by vibrant coral stories of the iconic mini and midi Bloom cheek palette. And so this is the perfect peachy tone declination and complementary shade that you will have in this palette. I think, as I said, peach declination have such a huge and strong moment. I think I'm just gonna get it. I think it's £60, $60, whatever, around that mark, which is pretty much always the same price for her eyeshadow palette anyway. 15 shades in an eyeshadow palette is quite a lot. I think it's good value for money. All of her eyeshadow palette that I have here, and I've got 5 of her eyeshadow palette. I've never been disappointed. The formula, it's such high quality. You've got so many different type of eyeshadows. The formula, the finish is just outstanding. She really puts thought into her eyeshadow palette. There's the formula, the fabrication, it's really high standard. And again, you know, if you're going to get the eyeshadow palette, you're not going to be disappointed. I've never personally been disappointed. If you're a makeup artist, the palette might be a bit chunky to be in your case, but if you're a makeup artist at home or it's just for yourself, I think it's a beautiful palette. Now this one is a very big surprise. I didn't hear anything about it until just a few days ago. It's Nars. So I think I do have a little bit of mixed feelings with Nars because I feel like it's always a little bit reheated. So this collection looks absolutely stunning. The marketing around it is beautiful. It's brilliant. And honestly, every time I see those pictures, I just want to be on the beach. It really, really triggers something in me and I just want to look like this. The makeup is just looking so fresh and radiant. And yeah, I just feel like it's kind of that vacation perfect look that you can get in makeup. So this collection is meant to be, you're entering the resort mode. So it is a limited edition. So if you're interested, whenever it comes out, it's a limited edition sun-inspired shade that captures the glistening glamour of the south of France, and all inside exclusive, striking striped case inspired by the captivating coastal coral colors. So in the new limited edition collection, you have Hot Escape Cheek Palette. So those palettes have 4 shades into them and there are 4 different palettes. You got a light, medium deep and deep palette. So this is your cheek, so blush palette basically. You have new lip oil, and the palette, the cheek palette, retails at $49. The lip oils, you've got 4 of them. You have Orgasm, that is a peachy pink with a golden shimmer. You've got Laguna, that is the shimmering bronze. I can see this one being sold out very quickly. You've got High Life, a true pink, and Wondrous, that is a raspberry, so a little bit darker, and they retail at $28. Then you have lip oil in a duo package that comes at $32. And the Total Seduction eyeshadow stick. So you have 8 new eyeshadow stick at $32. So you've got a champagne shimmer, a peachy pink shimmer, shimmering bronze gold, a bronze shimmer, taupe shimmer, burgundy shimmer, shimmering gold copper, and lavender shimmer. By reading this and seeing the picture, I would like to have all 8 new eyeshadow stick. I do have a few ones here from Nars, and I have to say the color payoff is brilliant. The formula is good. It's not creasing. It lasts really long, but it's a bit on the dry side. So if you have a super dry skin, or if you have any eczema or any problem, I would say probably not the best. But if you have a more of a oily skin, and usually eyelids are the oiliest part of our body, I would say just add a little bit of a primer or just go around with your concealer brush quickly. But I am really looking forward to these ones. I just don't know if they're going to go as great as they're supposed to be. And I don't know, it looks all great in the ad, in the marketing and the pictures, but in the real life, it's still, again, the same product. So the Orgasm blush, the Laguna bronzer, we've all loved them, but moved on. So do we still want these? I'm gonna leave the question open here and you guys tell me. It looks pretty good. I will most likely get a few products because it screams summer, but I don't know, what do you guys think? Prada is launching 2 new eyeshadow, different shades. So you've got 5 shades in each of them. The 2 eyeshadow 5 colors, they're more into those nude neutral shade. They look absolutely spectacular. You've got different finishes. I think I'm gonna get both of them. I just love the color story that I'm seeing here. I don't have any eyeshadow palette from Prada. I do have a few lipsticks and I really, really like them. I was not impressed with the foundation. It was meant to be a matte foundation, but it didn't look matte at all on me. I just never really got into the Prada thing, even though some of the eyeshadow palette are just stunning. They're vibrant colors. They're quite bold. They're super pigmented. I just never got there, I guess. But these two, they just look like they'll be fitting in my makeup kit perfectly. You can use them all year around just because of the color story. It's kind of easy to wear. You've got a little bit of shimmer, I assume, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of matte, a little bit of satin finish. Haus Labs, she's got a brand new Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm. So it's coming in that, like, it's like a bullet applicator. So I think it's a highlighter stick. So I would believe this is a very creamy formula. It is a glassy highlighter balm that glides on ethereal glass skin with this hydrating multi-use highlighter stick. And it's got 60% of skincare active to boost hydration and strengthen the skin at the same time. So again, if we're mixing makeup product with skincare, brilliant. I think the application might be a little bit tricky because if you apply your highlighter over your powder, I would just be worried that this turned into a bit of a patchy mess, that it will disturb the product underneath. It will have to be tested. I personally quite like my highlighter in the form of a powder. I do have a few highlighter in, well, actually, do I have any liquid? Well, liquid, you would think there's the DIOR Glow Maximizer, but you can use them as blush or highlighter. I think that's kind of a hybrid product. I don't know, like cream highlighter are a little bit tricky in my opinion. I have the ones from Natasha Denona, but whenever I use them, I don't use powder because I use her cream blush as well. So these ones will have to be tested. Let's see if it goes nicely over a powder or no. They are not available just yet, but it is coming, so I would assume Sephora will have them as well. So I had already purchased from Haus Labs her highlighter that is a gel formula, and this is the Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter. So it's basically the same thing except that the new one comes in like a stick, like with a bullet that you apply directly, and it's a balm. But this highlighter is absolutely beautiful, and the formula is pretty much the same as the new DIOR because they're both gel-like formula. And I have to swatch them and show you guys because can you tell which one is what? They are so similar. They are exactly, the formula is, in my opinion, identical. This one here is the DIOR. This one here is the Haus Labs. If I come really close, there is literally no difference. So now you're gonna say, yeah, but you have so much makeup. Like, yes, I have a lot of makeup, and sometimes, you know what, it looks like I have the same product in different brands. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? But they are so similar. So that says, if this one is out of stock and you cannot purchase it, the Haus Labs in shade Sunstone is exactly, on my skin, it's the same formula. I cannot tell you which one is what. They're both the same. It's pretty much the same shade or color. I think the DIOR one might have a little bit more of a, is a little bit warmer. It just has just a teeny tiny bit of pink without being pink. It just feels a little bit warmer on the skin. But honestly, from far away, you can't even tell. But see how the reflection, it is just the same thing because it is a gel formula base. Also, Saie Beauty has launched 5 new blushes. They are the Super Suede Baked powder blush. So it's a powder blush. It gives you that baked effect, so a very mineral blush that kind of blurs and just usually have quite a high pigment, so quite bold. There are 5 shades, I believe I mentioned. You've got a soft cool baby pink, you have a soft rose, a bright coral, a bright berry, a bright fuchsia, and a soft golden brown. And their product is meant to be a super luxurious and super plush. So their trademark is the Super Suede baked powder blush. That is a new standard for the baked powder blush. Hand whipped and baked using time-honored Italian technique. So it's got a velvety texture that melts onto your skin for an impossibly lightweight, diffuse flush of color with a natural blurred finish. My apologies, there are 6 shades and not 5. It's a wide range of looks, so you do have some that are a little bit darker if you have a darker skin, and some super light for lighter skin. It is a long wear, non-comedogenic, and never patchy, cakey, or drying. I am quite curious on those blushes. I do like baked blush. So Milani Cosmetics has some baked blush, and I really like the formula. I like how it looks on the skin. It just glides on and that's it, you're done. It gives a nice flush of color. This one says that it's quite light and not super bold, but in my experience, a baked blush usually has quite a good pigment. So we'll see. I believe I am tempted to pick up at least 2 shades, so I'll keep you posted on this, but it looks quite interesting. There are a lot of blushes coming out this year, but I think this is a little bit different because it's a baked blush. It should give you a different feel on the skin. That is it for today's video. I cannot wait to read your comments. I'm really curious to know if you're gonna love it or leave it. Which product are you planning on buying or passing? Let me know. As always, I will list as well the makeup product that I am wearing on today's makeup. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. And if you want to see more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to receive a notification whenever a new video is being posted. A big thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.